88.5 Surf FM is now 15 minutes moving up to the hour of 11 a.m. in Surface and Lucia and the Eastern Caribbean. I did say earlier on we were here, another edition of House Guests with me, Mr. Franklin Solomon, fitness coordinator at the fitness center, if I'm correct.
That's correct.
Yes, SFC. I love this. But we're here to speak of Fun Stripes, which is happening on Monday. I'm excited, though I may not be part of it, but I'm encouraging everybody to actually participate. It's a wonderful initiative and no better way to kickstart your holiday. Good morning to you, sir. As always, it's a great pleasure to have you in our midst. Good morning.
Good morning, and thank you for having me. It's an absolute pleasure, and I am trusting that everyone in Radio Land is healthy and, most importantly, interested, willing, and possibly able to be there. And if not be there, encourage someone to take good part in the activity on the 2nd of October. That is Fun Strides. It's a fun health walk initiative. And it is not a competition, it's not a race. It is an initiative geared towards just getting persons to jumpstart a healthy, conscious lifestyle. By doing so, we are trusting that not only you, but the rest of your family will draw inspiration and will positively consider the rest of their lives as someone who is conscious and willing to take good care of themselves and not wait for a doctor to send them to take care of themselves.
Which is true. And even word on the ground, a lot of persons are excited, but time seems to be a factor. I know our very good friend, Bush Garden, is excited and cannot wait. And she did speak to the time.
Yes, 5 a.m. is the time at which you refer to? Is that what you're referring to? Is that a time? Well, I mean,
Yes.
5 a.m. It's a time that some persons find it difficult to commit to, but you would not believe that there are persons who think that 5 a.m. is too late, and so we have made provisions to accommodate persons as early as 4 a.m. because some persons want to walk and then go to work, or some persons just want to get it over and done with. So we have made provisions to accommodate persons from as early as 4 a.m. We also know that traditionally there are people who find it difficult to get out of bed. So we will get some persons who creep towards us at about 6 a.m. ready to start, believe it or not, when the main group has already left. We also are making provisions for those persons because we want everybody to participate. So it doesn't matter. Once you have registered, you have your shirt, or maybe you want to register on the morning, we are still going to accommodate you because we did just that last year. Not last year, but the last time the event was held, which was in 2019 prior to COVID. So we are willing to take persons because in some cases, someone is registered, but they want a companion on the road. And maybe it took them up until Sunday night to convince somebody to come. So we are also willing to accommodate those persons. All right. It is really all inclusive. We are not leaving anyone behind. You could be in your 70s, you could be younger. We will accommodate you. And we recognize the oldest male and female finishers. We also recognize the youngest male and female finishers. It is not a race. Again, the prizes which you're entitled to, they are not for whoever finishes first or last. As a matter of fact, some of the people who struggle the most on the walk, they are the ones who end up winning some of those prizes. So that's confirmation.
I want to
Which
ask
is
okay, go ahead.
no, that's fine.
Yeah.
I was asking, is Fun Stride making its debut or it's been happening?
No, it's been happening.
How
And it's been from 2012 thereabout.
Wow.
Yes.
But COVID came in and
COVID came in 2019. Our biggest one was in 2019. And what made it big was the fact that we had that trip to New York as one of the prizes. So we had, it was almost, it was about 375 people registered. Yes. We had a really, really nice showing. So we are trusting and expecting, a decent number of persons. We have better prizes, bigger prizes.
Oh, here I
More
am
prizes.
asking about the prices. I'm
Yes.
really excited to know. And also to speak to us regarding registration thus far.
Yes. So thus far we have crept past our 200 mark. We know that there are persons who are most of our people are late. There are persons who see me and that's when they remember. There are persons who go as far as they're inquiring about the shirt size, and some specifics about a walk, and then out of nowhere, I just go like, "Boy, but to me, I'm not sure." So I go like, "Have you registered?" I go like, "Oh no, I'm not registered. But I'm going to register on Friday. I'm going to register on Saturday." Confirmation. Our people could be so last minute, but at the end of it all, we are willing to work with those persons as well.
Okay. The prices include
Okay, so the
just a
prices.
few.
I don't know. I
You know what's like
realize.
next things? People
I
better
know.
attract people.
I know. I know.
It's like a law of attraction.
That's correct. And this is exactly why Fun Strides happens on a different level. I have been asked whether I am mad, or whether I am not feeling the economic pinch, because to be gifting those prizes, it really says a lot.
And of course,
Now,
this time I heard there's a trip to Atlanta and one to Paris.
Or England.
no. It's not to Atlanta or Paris. Maybe Paris next year.
Okay.
But it's actually England. So if I could just run through some of the prizes.
go ahead.
So we have grocery vouchers, gas vouchers, top up as in phone credit. We have lunches for two. We have a dinner for two at Sugar Beach. We have a 40-inch television. We have a trip to Martinique. We have 2 night stay at Ladera. Um, and there are a couple other prizes. Of course, they're not coming to me at this time, but of course, I would not be able to forget that there is a prize trip for one person to London, England.
So you have some corporate sponsors, right?
Well, yes, we do have quite a number of sponsors who have come together and supported us, and this is why we are able to do it on that level. It is an absolute blessing. We continue to be grateful and thankful to all of those sponsors. So at this time, what we are begging for is the participation of as many persons as possible. It's a family initiative. So we do accommodate the elderly, we accommodate the young, we accommodate the kids. Um, when you go as far as registering, a lot of people don't. I spoke to someone who registered, and he said to me, "Boy, I need to get as much water as possible on the walk." And I said, "Listen, we provide you with water, we provide you with Malta, we provide you with energy drinks, we provide you with fruits, and we provide you with fresh coconuts. We provide you with breakfast." Okay, so this is all part of a mega $35. And if that wasn't big enough, you have a chance to win all of those prizes. And this is where the over $10,000 worth of cash and prizes is coming in, because our price, and I dare say it's probably creeping up to $15,000 or more, but we have just left it as over $10,000 worth of cash and prizes.
What if you have somebody out there listening to you right now and say, you know what, I want to be part of that?
I'm thinking of it too.
Such an exciting, you on the
Loving it.
road there, chill. While you keeping fit, you
Mhm.
actually get interactive. It make it
Yeah.
fun. That's why it's called fun.
Fun strides, yeah, fun strides. And last time we went ahead and did just that. There are many persons who just felt like it was such a life changing experience, because this is what we want to do. That's the whole aim. I call us the fitness evangelist. So, the evangelists go out there and they try to win souls for God. All right. So we go out there and we try to win as many fitness hearts for the fitness God. Because at the end of the day, and we don't care whether or not those persons make their way to the Sofa Fitness Center. It really doesn't matter. We just want persons to become more fitness conscious. Okay, so what you eat, what you drink, that's important. So another component of the walk is the fact that at the beach park, you will, in fact, have an opportunity to carry out blood pressure testing, blood sugar levels. You want to monitor that. We will have a nutritionist, a qualified nutritionist on hand, who is going to provide you with the ability and education as to how to read your food and drink labels, who's going to let you know where you are in terms of your body mass index, and any other information that is necessary to help you on your fitness journey. We will have persons there to enable and support you. Some persons are curious as to whether or not we will have emergency services on hand. We absolutely will.
That was my second question.
Yes, and in addition to that, so you will have the fire service providing some assistance, the emergency workers, and we will have a couple of courtesy vehicles as well, because there are times when someone just wants a little break.
Yeah.
You know, we will have a courtesy vehicle or two. We don't encourage it because we want you to feel like when you're done, I really achieved
Feel
something.
your bird
Which
with
is
Yes,
you know?
yes. So that's where we are.
And adding to that as well, at the end of the walk itself, we would love for persons to actually present their testimonies,
That's
how it
correct.
was for them, and cannot even wait to partake next year as well.
That's
We
correct.
know with everything else, there are always hiccups. You mind sharing with us? What are your hiccups?
Well, one of our biggest hiccups is the fact that we had sponsorship support coming in very late. We still have some sponsors who are pending. That made it difficult because of the magnitude or the level on which we are trying to stage the walk. And the amount of money we're asking from people, because there are persons who are really cognizant of the cost, and they would say to you, but how are you going to do this with only $35 from persons and you're giving all of that? And again, this is the confirmation that we are about trying to encourage people to jumpstart their fitness regimen. So this is our biggest hiccup: the cost versus the support that we would expect from corporate society. But we are confident and we do things with God in mind. We know that it's going to be successful. And we know more importantly that come next year, God willing, we will have even better support from the corporate community. So, yes, these are the challenges. Some persons are making an issue of the time. Believe it or not, we have people who are actually registered from Castries. Last time I glanced at the sheets, I saw a couple persons. I saw persons from Vieux Fort. We have people from Labrie. We have some persons coming from as far as Dennery. We have some people coming from Monrepo. Of course, we have from the neighboring communities, Canaries and Swazel. But it's a blessing that people have caught sight and notice of the initiative. And they are coming all out to lend support. And we are grateful to God for that.
Kudos to that as well. Could you speak to the point of location as well?
Yes. So
In the route.
in terms of the actual staging of the walk, we congregate at the waterfront. We encourage persons to be there before the 5 o'clock scheduled time. So as early as 4 o'clock or before, if you could be there, just to verify your registration. And from that, we go as far as issuing wristbands. Your wristband is going to have a corresponding number. That number is what goes into the bag and which makes you eligible for the prizes. So when you get registered in the morning, you get that wristband into the bag. You must go as far as starting, finishing, and only at that point you stand a chance of winning those prizes. It does not matter how long it takes you. We are going to wait for you before we do any kind of formality at the beach park. So take your time, don't hurt yourself, forget about persons who are ahead. There are people who are fitter than you are. There are persons who might be way ahead of you. Who knows? You might catch up with them. Don't be bothered with that. We are there to support you, to help you to start and finish. So the route starts from the waterfront. We go across to Myers Bridge, cross over to Fossajak, and walk back down to town. Now, this is just about 8 miles. For the people who see it as a monumental effort, I always tell them it's just 2 miles.
That's a piece of cake.
So it's no biggie. Yeah, it's a piece of cake. It's nothing.
No, it is.
So. But it is something that gives you a really good sense of achievement. I could still see and recall persons who got to the beach park last time, and people had their hands up in the air. You would swear it's the
I did it.
Olympics or
I
something.
mean,
It was unbelievable. People felt so good that they actually made it and they achieved this thing. They walked right through, and I don't know. It's something that we intend to continue to do as a fitness institution. We are just playing our part in terms of not just providing a place to exercise, equipment to exercise, good space, a good facility. We're not just doing that. We are also going out there and preaching the good news to any and everybody, all age groups, the entire family, to go out there, do something for yourself, not just come to the fitness center, but begin whatever it takes on your own
Mhm.
to make sure that you are healthy.
And why I do love this initiative, right? If you check the statistics, even in St. Lucia,
Mhm.
with all the underlying ailments in terms of hypertension,
Yes. Yes.
so much person saying, why eating? What can I eat today? Why is this? But you don't exercise. What's about all the
Correct.
sugar intake, the salt? How do we get rid of toxins in our body?
Correct.
By sweating is one,
Correct.
urinating.
Yes.
So all those things.
Yes. And I think you should let the general public catch a glimpse of what you have in your hand. Let them see
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Let them see it. Yes. Let them see it. And this, he's not just speaking it. He's not just speaking it, but he's living it.
Yeah.
And that means a lot.
What's that? I have some aloe vera in that. I have some Damiana. And I have some
Celery?
No, how you call that again? The miracle
Moringa.
moringa.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right. You're well on your way, my brother. And our invitation.
My abdomen is getting.
Our invitation to you to be at the fitness center.
Yeah,
We still have that invitation
Right.
open to you. So
definitely.
whenever you are ready, rest assured. And I see Miss Epifan is glancing at me as to whether or not that invitation is equally open to her. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Rest assured, wherever you are, because I know that you care about how you look and how your clothes fits. So that is where it starts. Taking care of yourself, in and out of the gym.
For sure. I just want you to make an appeal to persons as much as they're considering the walk, but you have to think of the proper attire. A lot of the times we go on walks and our shoes are not so comfortable.
Yes. Okay, so that is something I really appreciate you mentioning, because I remember there are persons who started with certain shoes. So they really wanted to do the walk, but they were not best dressed in terms of the shoes that they chose to wear. I saw some persons walking with socks. Some ended up bare feet. I'm not saying that this is what you should be concerned about in terms of just going as far as walking bare feet on the road, because that too could be dangerous. But the point is, I think it's more important that you consider starting or committing to this. And once you do, you will be okay. And you will be surprised that, boy, you don't like the shoes you have, or you don't have a nice pair of Nikes. It doesn't matter. I know of some sneakers that are so much more comfortable than some of the most expensive ones that I have purchased. So forget about how your sneakers look. Forget about maybe the tights you're wearing, and you don't necessarily need tights. You have a pair of comfortable shorts. That's good enough. You don't have to look like everybody else. This is about taking you on a journey, a life-changing journey. And for as long as you could get started on October 2nd, who knows where you will be by the time we have the next walk next year, God willing.
Which is true. And considering fact as well is the weather, what provisions are made?
Well, when it comes to the weather, we are not primarily occupied with it. So my encouragement to you is to not necessarily come there looking all nicely made up. So you have your makeup and so on in the morning. I don't expect anybody to do that.
I would.
But you see, she would. So, because you don't know if you might meet your husband on the walk, right? Yeah. But the point is, you don't, because it's a walk. It's an outdoors walk. So anything could happen. Who knows? It might snow on that day.
I love what you said. You said something a while ago, because some persons. I want to go on this walk. I want to go to the gym. I want to start the gym.
But I don't have clothes. I don't have shoes.
I never have the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go on that walk and you vibe so. I say, I don't now I want to do that.
That's right.
Let me start it from here.
That's right.
So then you manage your time to make time to attend to the gym.
Well,
Because
and I really appreciate what you just said, Mrs. Emvoria. The reality is, persons often try to do everything outside of the gym, right? But really and truly, you're supposed to live your other life, or the rest of your life, outside of your fitness, within your fitness lifestyle. Do you understand? If you really care about yourself, you want to make sure that you find the time to go to the gym, half an hour,
True.
An hour. And when I speak to the gym, I'm not necessarily speaking about going to the gym, just
True.
an hour of exercise of consciousness. And if you cannot necessarily do it on the road or do it at the fitness center, do it at home. Do it at home.
That's so true.
You see, the difference between doing it on the road or doing it at home is that when you walk into a fitness center or a gym, the fact that you may walk there and you're tired, you're drained, you're stressed. The fact that when you look to your left and to your right, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 persons getting busy
Mhm.
and active and achieving something, that by itself gives you enough motivation and drive.
Because you too want
Yes,
to accomplish.
you don't have a choice. You have to fall in.
Yeah, but
That's what the fitness center or gym does for you. But when you go in, some persons go ahead and they purchase equipment, they buy a treadmill, they buy a bike, and they find it difficult. And in no time, they want to sell the bike or the piece of equipment. It is because you're not necessarily in the environment where other persons are there to inspire and motivate you.
Which
And
is true.
that is a fact when you walk into a fitness center. We have the personnel who are willing
Yes.
and able to assist
Right.
you. And persons who are regular members of the gym, once you are new, they look out for you. That's one of the blessings of the fitness center. Persons look out for you just to make sure you're comfortable. Don't ask for if you guys want to walk in. Being celebrities, everybody wants to help you. You know, everybody wants to help Fata. Boy, I was helping Fata on the radio. Boy, that man talking there. I was helping that man at the gym. I'm his coach. He's unofficial coach. You know, so
That,
Really?
that's a good motivation for
Really?
us there. You
No
you
doubt.
had me for a minute, huh?
yeah.
For sure.
Goodness.
6 minutes after the hour of 11 a.m. It's Surface and Lucia, and of course the Eastern Caribbean. Again, we have with our fitness coach presenting on
Unofficial.
unofficial fun strides.
Yes.
And we were having fun, actually. I must admit that as well. Any final comments you'd like to leave? An appeal, encouragement? It's now your opportunity.
Thank you so very much. So again, the walk is scheduled on Monday, God willing. It's a holiday. We made provisions for persons who wish to walk earlier than the scheduled 11 a.m. 5 a.m. time. So there are persons who may leave at as early as 4 o'clock. If you're there at that time, we would accommodate you. Just make a proper note and let you go. And equally, some persons think the 5 a.m. is too early. You could come even afterwards. Once you've registered, we would allow you to leave a bit later on. But we don't want to encourage too many persons coming in late because we want most persons to end at about the same time at the beach park. Okay, remember, most importantly, there is a component of health fair, so to speak, of blood pressure testing, blood sugar monitoring. Your cholesterol levels are going to be assessed, as well as there will be nutritional and diet information being provided to you by a qualified nutritionist. So it's a family day. We even encourage persons who have not necessarily participated in the walk to come to the beach park so that you could at least profit from the opportunity to just assess what your health situation is in terms of blood pressure, blood sugar levels, cholesterol, and any advice you may be able to get or information from the nutritionist who will be on hand. Okay, so we are appealing to persons. We will be at the market on Saturday morning to afford persons, the last minute persons, the opportunity to register for the walk. It's only $35. The children pay the same because a child could win that trip to England. A child will be equally entitled to all of the benefits that we have on the day. So we just make it an across the board cost to persons. We also are going to be at the street party on Friday evening near the copper factory. There's a street party happening there by Just Jerseys.
Right.
And so we will be having our shirts on display and selling packages there as well. We did so at Black Hat Football. That went very well, thank God. And of course, we continue to provide the opportunity to register at the fitness center. The quicker you do that, the better for all of us, because we don't want to be in a situation where we cannot provide you with a shirt But you could still go ahead and participate, and we will in turn get you your shirt later on if our shirts run out and you didn't get a shirt on the day. All right, but again, don't only bring yourself, bring your family, bring your friends, bring your kids.
Just a concern. You made mention of shirts. Actually, speak to the various sizes as well.
Oh yeah, we do have. We made provisions for. I mean, we understand that persons are varying sizes, so we do have, and it's not just the sizes. I would prefer to speak to the nature of our shirts. We have a very high quality dry fit shirt. The shirt that we, and this is again, just let me just quickly say, the cost of the shirt is about, between acquiring the shirt and printing it, is about $55. But you're paying $45
For package.
for a package, and the entitlement, the ability, and to participate. And most importantly, you are paying only $35, possibly, to change your entire life.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's a shirt worth wearing even after fun strides.
Absolutely,
People
yes.
Definitely.
There are persons who took part in Fun Strides in 2019, and they still have their shirts, and the shirts look quite good. And the blessing is, sometimes I see these shirts all over the island. Dannery, Mico, Castries, you see those shirts all over the place. So it's a very good quality shirt. Those who own it could tell you that it's a very good quality shirt. As a matter of fact, there are persons who still have their cotton shirts from 2012.
So on that note, I deserve a complimentary.
Well, in terms of a shirt or in
Yeah.
terms of participation? Because
I-
we're more interested in seeing you participate. Yeah.
Health as well.
Yes, no
Health
doubt.
as well.
But I don't want anybody to know exactly what commitment I made to you two on air. So
which is true.
I'm going to allow the microphone and camera to go off, and then we could negotiate and possibly consider to what extent I could be kind to you guys.
Which is true. And here I am already encouraging you for next year to actually have it bigger and better. Yes.
Well, rest assured, it's going to be bigger and better.
Fun strides
Yes.
2024.
Absolutely. It will be better. Thank you so very much. And I pray that, everything runs as smoothly as I know God, once his hands are in there, I know that it's going to be phenomenal. I
And
trust that it will be.
It will, and we want to thank you as well for the partnership of actually the airing of this activity.
Yes.
Thank you so much. We
Thank
look forward to your continued efforts.
Thank you so
12
much.
minutes after the hour, this is where we say thank you so much. It has been a great pleasure. Mr. Franklin Solomon, unofficial fitness coach. Fun Strides happening on Monday. No other place to be. It's a holiday. Come get fit at the same time. Immerse yourself with all the activities planned for you. I have to say au revoir, tata, as always. I would love to stay up until 12 with this gentleman, but then I have to go. Things
Wait.
have to happen for sure.
Friday to Monday, there are some parties, so if they just want to just, drain out
Oh,
what
helps
they
your time to
consume,
let them know.
That's right.
yeah, they can just drain out what they consume.
That's
and
an
just jump in.
opportunity. Yeah.
I think
Get
you're talking
purged.
about.
Hey,
You're
Detox.
talking about.
hey,
No, watch
hey.
my hand. You're talking about
Yeah,
this
yeah.
person.